What's up? What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Are you replaying the near interception a lot in your head, or you trying to forget about it?
I've been thinking about it ever since it happened, man. I asked the guy, I said, why you just ain't let me shine, man? It's like, hey, let me get that shine. But, man, I just got to make that play if I was going to keep taking the next step in my game. So I know next time I get it, I'm going to make it.
How do you evaluate your game overall?
This past game, I feel like I played good. Played when the ball came my way. I feel like I made plays on the ball. Still some minor things that I got to clean up, technique-wise, at the top of the route, and, just keep cleaning up my game as a whole and continue to take that next step from year one to year two.
With a strong camp and a strong first preseason game, what can you attribute to what happened this offseason to make maybe a jump here?
I just feel like the investments I put into myself and the overall game and the sacrifice that I made this offseason, I didn't go home. I actually stayed here and kind of worked with Buddha and JT the whole offseason, and just being around those guys. And they say if you're around good people, then you become good yourself. So being around two Pro Bowl type players, man, I'm trying to become one myself. So just hanging out with those guys has elevated me a lot.
Where have you felt your game kind of step up because of all of that?
Probably the mental side of the game. I'm able to see the game more clearly. The game has slowed down. I know what to expect in certain situations, and route concepts has become a big part of my game and playing corner and knowing when I can take my shot and when I can't.
With all the guys that they brought in to play corner, I mean, Keytro was starting at the beginning of last year. They signed Sean. They draft Max. Do you feel like you kind of get left out when people are talking about it?
Not really. I kind of embrace their role, being an underdog, a guy that's not talked about a lot. They brought in competition into the room, and I feel like that has elevated my play, and I'm just excited to be here. And I was undrafted, so I'm used to not being talked about. I'm used to being an underdog, and I just want to continue to prove where I belong and continue to show up on Sundays.
You mentioned year one to year two. Last year at this time, you were with a different team.
Yes.
When did you start really feeling comfortable here and that this might be a real opportunity for you?
I would say toward the end of last season when they was just giving me time to play and I was able to start, and going into OTAs, I was more comfortable with the playbook. I wasn't rushing myself trying to learn everything. I was getting comfortable with the guys, and everybody was embracing me. The coaches included was embracing me and seeing what I was able to do. And they asked me to step up, and that's what I've been doing since.
How nice was that to see the coaches of the team start to gain confidence in you? Because, like you said, not drafted, having to prove yourself time and time and work so hard, and then to see it kind of pay off.
Yeah, it was great, man, just for them to have that confidence in me. And then it gave me confidence myself, and especially, like I said, when you have the best guys on the defense pouring into you, asking you to stay around, asking you to go live with them, asking you to go work out and hang out with them outside of football, and it just builds your confidence and it's pouring onto the field now.
What did your 7 starts last year kind of show you about being able to start in this league?
The starts, I feel like they showed me that I was able to play. Like, I wasn't nervous. I was just out there, and I was playing my game, having fun. Even though I had a lot of peaks and valleys last season, I feel like I stepped up to the plate every single time. I didn't shy away from anything, and I attacked it with a full head of steam. And now I had those starts under my belts, and now I'm able to play my game how I am and be more confident in our defense.
Are those peaks and valleys kind of expected with a young quarterback making their first kind of starts in the league?
I mean, I would say that. I feel like cornerback is maybe one of the hardest positions to play. You're doing everything backwards to go forward. So being able to go out there and, hold your own against some of the best guys in the world, I feel like you're going to have those peaks and valleys. You don't know what to expect. And now that I'm able to expect certain things, I'm able to go out there and play more confidently.
How big has it been in the competition in practice with going against the receivers and Kyler times and all that? How important has that been to your development?
Oh, it's been great. Going against Mike, Marv, Dorich, Kyler, Trey, those guys have tremendously, elevated my game. Even Zay, even some of his veteran moves, I ask them about them. If one of those guys get me on a route, I ask them what they did and see what they saw. So now I can go back to the film room and correct it, and I just continue to elevate myself.
You mentioned wanting to work on some things at the top of routes. Gigi said the exact same thing. What are those things that you need to clean up?
Just some minor things, just playing the ball top down and, just being comfortable in myself whenever I'm in my back pedal and stuff like that. So just minor things that every DB has to clean up. And if I want to take my game to the next level, there's the small things and details. It's a game of inches, so those small things.
What sort of value can you guys take from these joint practices?
Joint practices, it shows you where you are as a team and as a player. The competition level is always higher in practice than it is in the game. It's going to be hot out there. It's going to be muddy, and tensions will be rising because you get to go against another color. But it's going to be a fun practice for us, and we going out there to expect to compete at a high level and try to win each day.
Talk about tensions are going to be rising, and you don't want to be the guy to get beat in front of your peers, especially from another team. How difficult is it to kind of balance that where you don't get too tense, fights break out, and guys get out of hand?
You just reset every play. You out there to get better. You out there to see different releases. You're not out there to try to fight nobody. You're out there trying to perfect your game at the best way you can possibly do it. So if somebody beats you, all you do is reset the next play, and the next time they come to you, you make the play. So you don't, you win in the day still. If you can get out of there without trying to fight nobody, and you getting better as yourself. So.
Nick Rawls says that he's kind of a trash talker out there. You guys have to back it up. Do you sometimes think that he's put you in a tough spot?
No, love it. That elevates you. If your coach is going to talk, man, you're just going to be the ones that back it up, because we don't want him to go out there looking like a fool, so we got his back regardless.
Thanks, Starling.
All right, man, appreciate y'all.